Hello everyone. Well, this is a video that I sure am not happy to be shooting, but I just wanted to give you a look at what happens if a locomotive shorts out. I know Derek Glass has done one of these videos, I don't know, a year or so ago, but anyway, I had a day to spend in the train room and had this locomotive pulling about 15 cars, and I was about maybe 10 feet away from it, and it ran across a turnout and it derailed and it shorted out, and by the time I could get to it, smoke was coming out of the top of the locomotive right where the decoder is. So let me show you what's happened here. Hopefully I can get this onto the video. Here's a picture. It's not a picture, it's the dang decoder. I don't know if you can tell, but right here, this was the front left power pickup on the decoder, and that little jumper is fused to that circuit board. Also, right in here, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this thing got really hot. I mean, you would have sworn that it was on fire. You can see where that has kind of melted. And then let me point here to the other side. Right here is where the case of the decoder melted to the circuit board. Let me get a shot of what's left of the decoder. Hopefully it'll stand up there. So you can see there's a fairly good sized hole in there. That's probably, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch or so. So it got that hot in about 10 seconds from the time it shorted out until I could get there to pull it off the track. Needless to say, this circuit board is shot. Luckily, with these Athearn ready to run locos, you can buy the circuit boards separately. But again, you know, I know Derek has said this before, but don't ever let your trains run unattended. You know, you would think from 10 feet away you could get there quickly enough to stop something like this from happening, but you know, I guess that wasn't the case for me. So what I'll be doing is buying a new circuit board and replacing the decoder, obviously, and then putting this thing back together. So it's funny because I just got this thing out of storage. When I say storage, it had been packed away for, oh gosh, I don't know, 2 or 3 years anyway. Got it all lubed up and set it on, and it was pulling like a champ. And then, pow, here we are. So anyway, that's about all I have for today. I'm going to be working down here in the train room today and tomorrow, and hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow I'll post another video. But so anyway, just wanted to, you know, offer a word of caution. Don't ever let your trains unattended just to break them in, because this is what might happen. Take care, guys. Talk to you soon. So just a quick update on the calamity I had today. Been out doing a search, and apparently these circuit boards with the clips already attached, I'll try and get this in here so I can show you. There's a clip, well, let's see. There's a clip on the bottom of the circuit board here that clips on top of this contact on these Athearn motors. So basically it's the old blue box design of the motor, where you had the clip on the top and the bottom, and you know, these little clips also have the springs underneath that retain the brushes. But anyway, you know, for DCC you can get one of these boards, and actually you can do this with a blue box or a ready to run or whatever you might have that's Athearn. If you can find the circuit board that's got the clip attached, all you do is clip it on top of this contact on the top of the motor, and on the bottom of the motor you have to solder a wire like this one to come and connect to the circuit board on the top. The second thing you have to do is isolate the motor from the frame. So if you're doing this for an Athearn loco that was DCC or that was not DCC, you'd have to just isolate this from the frame. I don't know if any of you that have had Athearn motors open before, but on the blue box versions they had two little wings that protrude from the bottom connector here that contact the frame, and so that was the power pickup for this side of the motor. The two little wings contacted the frame, and then obviously on the top here, you remember the big old clips that they used to have that would go out and connect to the axles, and that was the other side of the pickup. So anyway, if you have one of these and you want to convert to DCC, if you can find one of these things, they are few and far between. I'll actually put a link in the comments if you're interested. But you got to get a circuit board that already has this clip attached. Alternatively, I guess what you could do is you can find the circuit boards without the clips that just have the holes right here. So conceivably you could take this contact off the top of the motor, drill two holes in it that correspond to the two rivets, and then rivet the connector to the bottom of the circuit board. I mean, that would be the same thing. So anyway, don't know where it was. Oh, so I went out and I did a search for these and I couldn't find one, but I did find on eBay a guy who has these motors with the circuit board already attached that apparently have very little runtime. And he's selling them for like 40 bucks. So I'm not sure if they're Genesis motors or not. They could be out of the Athearn ready to run line that was DCC ready. But the thing about it is the circuit board, let me get this back over here, in addition to having the 9-pin connector, also has an 8-pin connector soldered right here. So you can see the holes right here where the 8-pin would go. And what I'm buying is the motor and circuit board assembly that has the 9-pin connector and also the 8-pin connector already on it. So I think I got a pretty good deal. Normally these boards are anywhere between $16 and $20 if you can find them. And a motor, an Athearn motor, I don't know, it's probably 20, 25 bucks if you can find a used one. But anyway, I got the whole thing, the circuit board and the motor assembly, for $39.95, free shipping. So pretty good deal. But I just wanted to show you, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Athearn or not, or if you even care. If you don't care, you can just move on, stop watching here. But in the end of the flywheels, there's a little hex nut that is on the end of the drive shaft back here, and that slides into the flywheel. And on the old blue box, I think it was like a little T-shaped drive shaft that would slip into the flywheel. But these newer versions have the hex drive. So obviously, if you're going to replace motors, you got to make sure that you have the right drive on it. Secondly, back here, to get these things apart, there is a little. Well, first of all, there's another weight that attaches to the frame with those two screws. You have to remove that. And then back here, there's a gear tower cover that is plastic that you can simply pry off. There we go. So once you get the gear cover removed, then you can slip the gear out and pull the drive shaft out of the flywheel. So anyway, it's fairly easy to reassemble. Obviously, you just want to make sure that you don't lose any parts. But that gear tower cover snaps back on, and that's also what holds the truck's in place. There's two little tabs here that rest on the frame, and that keeps the truck attached. So if you ever need to remove the trucks, take off the gear tower and the truck just separates, right from the frame. So anyway, didn't plan on doing this today, but since I had to, I thought I would just give you all an update and show you what I'm into. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon.